Well, good afternoon to all of you. I can only assure you that I will not come in between all of you for the coffee break that's almost due now. So I'll run through my time and make sure that try to steal a few minutes of the time. It's an honor to be here at the Save Our Planet Summit. I'll tell you why I feel it's an honor. I think it's an honor because this kind of summit is an affirmative action that all of us have taken. I mean, everyone in this room that has come here to attend, be it a student, be it a scientist or a business leader or a policy leader, is actually participating in this Save Our Planet global initiative as an affirmative action that you individually took to be part of a crusade that's going to go on. So I thank all of you and celebrate this moment, as I do to myself on a personal level. The other great thing that I see, which is different, is the kind of participation that we see in a summit like Save Our Planet. It's a confluence of ministers, government, policy leaders, business leaders, bankers, finance people, students, consumers. So that reflects that the Save Our Planet initiative, the subject we are going to be talking about, is actually, the answer lies here. It's a collaborative attempt. You cannot size it in a pie and just say it's government or whatever. All of us put together. So I think it's a great initiative. ASEAN Affairs, thank you for inviting me. I have seen the progress from Bangkok to here, and it's going very well, and we'll see more of it in the days ahead. I'll take just about 5-10 minutes of your time to talk about smart and responsible energy management. Because I think, as most of my co-speakers earlier and ministers have talked, energy is one of the burning issues in the world, which also contributes to the largest amount of greenhouse gas emissions. And how do you manage energy in a smart and a responsible manner? A quick slide on energy. As you know, it's a capacity to do work and transfer heat. The things that come to your mind is thermal, nuclear, hydro, mechanical, that's energy. But we introduce a fresh perspective, which was always there, but we are trying to bring it on the forefront. And that is water G. Water is actually energy. It's got kinetic. I don't want to go into the scientific details of it. It's got kinetic and potential energy. And so our approach is, I believe, that smart and responsible energy management must include also water. I know we were talking about it last night, and Shane mentioned something about it last night, that one of the countries said water is oil. A lot of people are talking about the opportunities around water. So energy, I would like to say, is not just the conventional energy we talk of. Water is very much part of that energy. And any responsible management must include water in its fold. You know, the nexus of water and energy has been around for centuries. If you see the pictorial, every power plant, nuclear plant, fertilizer plant, process plant, coal plant, household, they all use water in conversion manner. And so you can consume water to get energy, or you can put energy into water and transport it or treat it. That's the nexus we are talking about. So it's always been there, and brings us to the point that energy management includes water. Some of the figures that 1/3 of the globe is affected by this challenge around water. The forecast is that in another 10 years from now, 20% of the world's energy will be consumed in either treating or transporting water. So that's a very large chunk of energy consumption. We've had overexploitation of resources, which has added to salt increase in the water. The water that we have around as an effluent treatment and has a lot of minerals and material that are valuable, but not good for the environment in the way they are in water, but otherwise they have a value. We're talking about water augmentation and recycling. We have the highest amount of water in the world, and still we have a shortage of water because we don't recycle water. I just bring some figure from India. Of course, it's a global trend. It's what you see here is mostly around the world, but from the year 1947 down to 2017, the per capita freshwater availability has dropped from 5150 to 1600 meter cube, which is what they call the water stressed. And believe me, East Asia is no different, the entire Southeast Asia. Almost all the countries around have either touched or getting into what we call scientifically water stressed zones as per capita availability of water is concerned. A figure in India, 37 million affected by waterborne, 73 million working hours gone, $600 billion of cost, which is taking away from the growth just because the water is not managed as part of energy in the right manner as it should be. So it's a national loss. We talk of growth, we talk of not managing what it is. Recycling, not many people talk about the recycling part of it because the figures for each country is pretty bad, except for Israel, which is up there at 75, and Spain, which is at 12%. I think the rest of the countries are all around 10, and in single digit, water recycling of water in every country. Asia is around all 3 to 5%. So there's a huge opportunity here to recycle water and use that energy instead of wasting it. We have industrial, municipal, agriculture, retail, but let's talk of the water distribution losses. And no one really publishes that in the Asian countries as much, but it's as high as 30 to 40%. You call it pilferage, you call it losses, these figures are around 40%. Why? Because there is essentially a lack of understanding that they should, like the power, you need a water grid. It is considered, it has to be